A manufacturing company ran Oracle database on a VMware cluster. For cores, 1 VM, 1 database. Oracle's audit team showed up and said, "You owe us $9.5 million. Not for the VM. For every physical core in the entire cluster. For 100 cores, 200 processor licenses. At $47,500 each. $9.5 million. For one database. This is why Oracle ELP is the most important ELP you will ever build." I'm Shubh, the license nerd, and this is episode 4 of the ELP Masterclass. Oracle licensing uses 2 metrics. Processor licensing. You pay per physical core, adjusted by Oracle's core factor table. Intel and AMD cores have a factor of 0.5, meaning 2 cores equal 1 processor license. Named User Plus. You pay per individual user, with mandatory minimums. 25 NUP per processor for Enterprise Edition. The trap? Multiplexing through middleware or web servers does not reduce your NUP count. Every end user counts, even if they never touch the database directly. The VMware trap is Oracle's single biggest revenue generator from audits. Oracle does not recognize VMware, Hyper-V, KVM, or Nutanix as hard partitioning. That means if your Oracle database runs on any of these platforms, you must license every physical core in the entire vMotion-enabled cluster. Not the VM, not the host, the entire cluster. 10 hosts, 40 cores each, 400 total cores. Times 0.5 core factor equals 200 processor licenses. At $47,500 each, that's $9.5 million. For a database using 4 cores. Oracle's approved hard partitioning technologies are Oracle VM, Oracle Solaris Zones, IBM LPAR with dedicated processors, and physical servers. That's it. Everything else is soft partitioning, and soft partitioning means full physical capacity licensing. The solution: either move Oracle to approved platforms, or use VMware host affinity rules to pin Oracle VMs to specific hosts and never allow vMotion. But even with affinity rules, Oracle's official position is still full cluster licensing. You need contractual protection, not just technical controls. The database options trap is even more insidious. When you install Oracle Enterprise Edition, dozens of expensive options and packs are automatically installed and enabled. There is no warning when you use them, no pop-up, no license check. Oracle simply records every usage in a permanent internal view called DBA_feature_usage_statistics. During an audit, Oracle queries this view and presents you with a bill. 80% of audited customers have unlicensed options usage they never knew about. The most expensive options that get triggered accidentally. Diagnostics pack at $7,500 per processor. Triggered every time someone runs an AWR report or uses Oracle Enterprise Manager. Tuning pack at $5,000 per processor. Triggered by SQL Tuning Advisor. Partitioning at $11,500 per processor. Triggered by Oracle Enterprise Manager's own internal partition tables. You read that right. Oracle's own management tool creates the compliance violation. And advanced compression at $11,500. Triggered by RMAN backup compression that many DBAs enable by default. Let me show you the math that terrifies every Oracle customer. A company with 10 processor licenses for Enterprise Edition. They accidentally trigger diagnostics pack, tuning pack, and partitioning across all instances. Diagnostics: 10 licenses times 7,500 equals 75,000. Tuning: 10 times 5,000 equals 50,000. Partitioning: 10 times 11,500 equals 115,000. That's $240,000 in additional licensing. For features they never intentionally used. And Oracle will demand back support fees too. Total avoidable risk over 3 years can reach $6 to $40 million. Step 1 of your Oracle ELP, Entitlement Analysis. Oracle entitlements are notoriously difficult to track. They live in ordering documents from decades ago, CSI numbers in my Oracle support ULA certification letters, and acquisition paperwork. The critical mistake: relying on Oracle's records. Oracle systems frequently show fewer licenses than you own. I've seen Oracle's portal missing 30% of a customer's entitlements. Always maintain your own independent entitlement register. Step 2. Deployment discovery. For Oracle, you need to discover everything. Every installation on every server, physical and virtual. The edition installed Enterprise, Standard, or Personal. Every option and pack that has been used even once. The physical hardware, processor type, core count, cluster membership. And critically, the virtualization topology. Which hosts are in which clusters have vMotion enabled. This is where most Oracle ELPs fail. They discover the databases but miss the infrastructure context. Without knowing your VMware cluster boundaries, your ELP is worthless. The feature usage audit is your secret weapon. Run this query on every Oracle database. Select name, currently_used, detected_usages, first_usage_date from DBA_feature_usage_statistics where currently_used equals true. This tells you exactly what Oracle's audit scripts will find. But here's the critical knowledge. Not every usage is legitimate. Oracle Enterprise Manager triggers partitioning usage through its own repository tables. RMAN triggers compression. Database creation triggers diagnostics pack through default AWR snapshots. These are false positives and you can challenge them. But you must document them before an audit, not during one. Step 3. Reconciliation. This is where Oracle gets complicated. For each database, determine: is processor or NUP licensing cheaper? For processor, count physical cores, apply core factor, multiply by license cost. For NUP, count all users including indirect access through middleware, apply minimums, then add options. Every option must be licensed at the same metric and quantity as the base database. If you have 10 processor licenses for the database, you need 10 processor licenses for each option you use. This is why options multiply costs so dramatically. Your reconciliation must produce a gap analysis showing licenses owned, licenses required, and the delta with dollar values. Step 4. Optimization. The Oracle ELP goldmine. First, edition downgrades. If a database doesn't use enterprise-only features like RAC, partitioning, or in-memory, downgrade to Standard Edition 2. SE2 costs $6,000 per server versus $47,500 per processor for EE. On a 2-socket server with 16 cores, that's 8 processor licenses times $47,500 equals $380,000 for EE, versus $12,000 for SE2. Same database, same performance for most workloads. 97% cost reduction. Second, optimization. Disable unused options and packs. Query feature usage. Identify what's actually being used versus what was accidentally triggered. Disable diagnostics pack by setting the control_management_pack_access parameter to none.
Perché AWR dazza.
Document the date of disablement. For partitioning false positives from OEM, document that the usage is Oracle's own repository, not customer data. For tuning pack, revoke the advisor privilege from non-DBA users. Each option you legitimately eliminate saves thousands per processor across your entire estate. Third, optimization. Virtualization containment. If you must run Oracle on VMware, minimize your licensing exposure. Create a dedicated Oracle cluster with the minimum number of hosts. Pin Oracle VMs using DRS affinity rules so they cannot migrate to non-Oracle hosts. Document everything. Some organizations create a 2-host Oracle cluster. 16 cores each, 32 total cores, 16 processor licenses required, versus licensing the entire 50-host production cluster at 500 processor licenses. That's the difference between $760,000 and $23.7 million. Same database, same performance. The ULA trap and opportunity. An unlimited license agreement lets you deploy unlimited Oracle for 2 to 3 years at a fixed fee. Sounds great, but at the end you must certify. Declare exactly how many licenses you deployed. If you undercertify, you lose licenses forever. If you overcertify, Oracle uses those numbers against you in future negotiations. The ELP opportunity. Before ULA certification, maximize your deployment count. Install Oracle on every eligible server. Spin up instances in DR, Dev, and Test. Every license you certify is yours to keep forever. I've seen companies certify 300 processor licenses when they only needed 50. Those extra 250 licenses are worth $11.8 million in future value. The complete Oracle ELP case study. A financial services company. 42 Oracle databases across 3 VMware clusters. Oracle LMS audit demand, $29.5 million. Their ELP revealed, VMware cluster licensing was overstated because 12 databases were on a dedicated 2-host cluster Oracle missed. Feature usage included 14 false positives from OEM and RMAN. NUP counts included terminated employees and service accounts that don't qualify. Actual entitlements were 30% higher than Oracle's records showed. After building a proper ELP and challenging every finding, final settlement $50,000. From $29.5 million to $50,000. A 99.8% reduction. That's the power of an Oracle ELP. Your 30-day Oracle ELP action plan. Week 1. Run DBA_feature_usage_statistics on every database. Export results. Flag false positives from OEM and RMAN. Week 2. Map your VMware topology. Document cluster boundaries. Calculate full capacity exposure versus contained exposure. Week 3. Gather ordering documents and CSI numbers. Build your independent entitlement register. Week 4. Build reconciliation. Processor versus NUP analysis per database. Options gap analysis. Produce your traffic light ELP report with dollar values. Oracle is the most aggressive auditor in enterprise software. Their audit teams are trained to maximize findings. Their licensing rules are designed to create compliance gaps. And their database features are engineered to trigger usage you never intended. But here's what Oracle doesn't want you to know. Companies with a proper ELP reduce audit exposure by 70 to 99%. The $29.5 million became $50,000. Because they had the data, they had the documentation, they had the ELP. Build yours before Oracle comes knocking. Because they will. I'm Shubh, the license nerd. Subscribe, share this with every DBA and IT manager you know. Next episode, Building a SAP ELP. The Indirect Access Nightmare. See you there.